Hello traders, this is Chris from Elite Currency with a new update on the euro dollar and pound dollar. Now before we dive into those two currency pairs, I was wondering if you could help us out with a small request here to leave a review on Forex Peace Army. Specifically, if you enjoy our videos, if you maybe watch regularly, we would certainly appreciate it. Our goal is 100 reviews, so if anyone or everyone watching here would just write a review, we would get to that goal very quickly. So thank you so much for helping us out. All right, now time for the euro dollar weekly chart. We still have that bullish weekly candle, of course, that is indicating a potential reversal after that false break to the downside. And on the daily chart, we had a combination of a bearish candle when it went above the 21 EMA. That was expected, kind of like a pullback after the break above the 21 EMA, but ultimately a bigger bullish reversal is expected. Not only the weekly candle is indicating that, but also this bullish break above the 21 EMA. Yesterday we had also an indication here that the bears were losing control and the HMA is up. So I think that there could be a bullish continuation at this moment. We might see a break above the 21 EMA here for the second time. We already had a small break here. This could be the second break. But price is going to run into resistance, I think, after the break above the 21 EMA. We have this resistance trend line. We also have pretty strong momentum in this particular part here in this fall. So that, to me, looks more like a wave A. This could be a wave B. And then, logically, there should be a wave C. So I think that there could be, it's a very important zone, let me say it this way, and there could be a bearish bounce in this spot. And we could see a turnaround for one more lower low. Let's put a fib from here to here. It could, for instance, go to the minus 61.8 target or minus 272 target and bounce there. I would expect, again, a reversal back to the upside at that particular spot. Of course, if it breaks above this resistance trend line in the R1, we are looking at a bullish break. In that case, this retracement was it. That was the end. And we're looking at a bullish continuation right away. And in that case, I think we're looking at wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was, in that case, wave A. This was a wave B. And up we're going for wave C. Now, for the moment, though, I'm leaning towards a bearish bounce in this zone. I think that this could be a bullish ABC within that bearish wave B. There we go. And I think that this is still more likely. Now, if you're not a big fan of ABCs and wave patterns, sorry for that, but at this moment, they just look very, good, and they seem to be fitting the bill very nicely. Now, with regard to that 113 level, by the way, I wanted to add that, let's take away this fib, I wanted to add that that could also be a very important level for a bounce because of the potential head and shoulders. We have here a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So if we get that ABC that I expect, that could be, a very nice target to aim for or to look for a bounce back to the upside, because 113, not only the previous support level, but now could be, again, a head and shoulders level for a potential reversal pattern. And if we get that pattern from 113, I think price could go all the way to, let's put a fib from here to here. Well, at the very minimum, 115.50-ish, but I think it could go further than that if we take a look at the bigger picture here on the daily chart. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. This could be an ABC correction. This could be an ABC correction. And we might be looking at a bigger ABC that can go back to, for instance, this resistance zone. So let's put levels there. All right. So, yeah, that's anywhere between 117 and 118 for the moment. So that's a pretty good potential. Official target that I like to use in the SWAT course or SWAT method is the long-term moving average. It is 144 EMA, and that is around 116. So I think either way, we're looking at a pretty good zone from 113 to 116 or 117, 118. All of those are pretty good targets here for upside. So that could be a very important level, though, the 113 support. So that's about it, I think. Looking for a breakout here or for a bullish bounce. In the meantime, price might make a little bit of an upside, but then run into a resistance zone that could be key for an immediate break or a bounce. Pound dollar is hanging in there. It is keeping basically its head above the support of the triangle pattern that we're looking at, this triangle pattern right here, and seems to be kind of making a pullback within this triangle. So I do think that this could be a bouncing spot. Still the same analysis basically as last two times or so, where we're looking at lower highs and higher lows. And this could be a re-challenge of the second bounce that we had. So looking at this time frame, it does look like momentum correction, and on the hourly chart, we will see basically price making some momentum here, and this all looks like kind of correction. So I do think that a bullish bounce here is still likely to retest the previous resistance zone like this. I'm not sure how far this move up will go, but I think, you know, a 50 fib would be very conservative. Well, not very, but decent target to aim for. 129.50, maybe 130 seems to be like a pretty good zone as a target. Now price is still building a consolidation. It might make one more lower low, tag the trend line again before bouncing up. That's possible. Of course, if it breaks through, let's take a look at, breaks through this bottom right here, 127, then something else might be going on. But ultimately, I think that if it just makes a lower low here, hits 127.50 for instance, and then it moves up, that the bullish outlook that I have more or less is still valid. Depends on how price will respond in this zone. Of course, obviously, if you see strong candlestick, bullish candlestick patterns and candles in general, then of course the bullish scenario is getting kind of confirmed in that case. The biggest confirmation, I think, is probably a break above the 144 EMA on this 1 hour chart. But of course, a bullish bounce here would already, you know, be a good indication of that. So let's see if we get a break here, or if we get one more lower low and a bounce and then a break. That's what I'm looking for. Obviously, if it breaks through 127, then something else is going on, and we might be in a break of the triangle to the downside. But for the moment, I don't expect that. Of course, be aware that the pound is vulnerable to any Brexit news as well. So that's it. More free analysis at elitecurrency.com. Once again, we would appreciate and definitely be happy with your review. 100 is the target. So looking forward to hearing back from you, and wish you all great trading. Cheers.